Hey y'all, it's Nancy the Handy Scandy. Welcome back for another crafty venture. Hey friends, welcome to Saturday Morning Makes. I just have a couple little things to share with you this morning. I've been busy doing lots of other stuff this week, but I did want to take a minute to show you these. These are the 3 tags that I showed you last week that I created with these 2 new packs of paper from Impression Obsession. Let me take them out of the little packages because I know that it glares. So we have the Grunge Paint paper pad. This is created by Dina Cowell of Impression Obsession, and this one is Citrus Colors by Anna White, again Impression Obsession. And this one in particular is going to be very hard for me to use, but I did go ahead and cut out these tags using the new tag from Anna White. So this is the tattered tag die from Impression Obsession. The designer is Miss Anna White, and this grungy, tattered, antique, torn looking thing just stole my heart. So I cut all 3, let me move that, I don't want it to glare. I cut all 3 of these tags using those 2 new paper pads, and I used the little reinforcers on the top. I did one on each side, and I stamped this guy. Let me move these 2 aside. I stamped this little guy directly onto the paper. He is from this stamp set. This is, you know what, I don't know. I think this was the July or August of last year of 2023. And there's a whole story behind this. But anyway, I love it. And probably one of my favorite sets from IO, to be honest. But this little guy is just adorable. As is this little punky. Oh my gosh, come on. So stamped him on, colored him up with my Olos. Then this guy is from the same stamp set as well. He's there. And then this guy is from this one. This one, the designer is Nola Chandler. This one, I don't know who the designer is because, well, that's part of the story that I'm not going to tell right now. But again, this is Nola Chandler. I love him. This guy, I can see nothing but like a grotesque grilled cheese sandwich. A friend of mine said that's what she saw, and now I can't unsee it. So I don't know. I need to use him in other ways so I get that image out of my mind. But anyway, I just colored him up to kind of match the paper pad. Olo markers. I pretty much exclusively use my Olo markers at this point. So then I used this Boo to You as the sentiment. It is from Hot Off the Press. It's 2015, so it's a little old, but I really like these stamp sets. I think they're really cute, and I love the small size. So look at that little bat, and the other ones as well, but this little one I think is just great. And I love the spider webs within that swirl. I'm going to have to use this on its own. But stamped that directly to the paper as well. Popped up the little baddie and the monster onto some foam tape. Added just some string behind him, just a little bit of twine. I wanted him to have a landing place. Also added a little bit of white, like a hill for him to stand on. And then I went back in with my gel pen, and I just added some highlights to the bat, to the spider, to the monster. You can barely see him on the monster because he's so light anyway. But I love the little dots that I put on the spider. I really feel like it just brightened the whole thing up. And then of course I went in with my sparkle gems. These are the Rainbow Sparkle from This Calls for Confetti. I love that little glint of color, and I love how the light catches them. And I went back and forth, to be honest, on whether I wanted to do some type of a gem or if I wanted to do like a shimmer spray, you know, to have the whole thing like that. But I really wanted the interaction of moving the tag and seeing the light glint off of the gems from different angles and at different times. I really like that interactive aspect of it. Now, if you did not want them to stand out, because of course these stand out boldly on that light colored background, you could use a clear, or you could use yellows and greens. There are so many options. These are just the ones that I had on my desk that I was using for the other tags, and I just went ahead and used them, and I'm not mad at it because there's a hint of yellow, and then there's the hint of green and blue in them, and the blue to me really reads as green, and I guess it's just because of the context, right? So that's that sweet little tag. Now I'm going to go to this one. This one, the Happy Haunting, is from this other stamp set from Mama Elephant, Happy Haunting. And this ghosty is this one. And I stamped him, colored him up, fussy cut him out, and then I die cut the bottom so that it would fit perfectly along that edge. And then again added the reinforcers to both sides. I layered the sentiment on the green A to kind of help it to blend in a little bit, but also when you turn it over, I like that the greens really coordinate on this side. So I did go in, you can barely tell, but I added a little bit of the white highlight on here as well. You can see it more on the lamppost and the pumpkin. But you can also come in if you want and add, you know, like little highlights. You can put little dash marks along the bottom to kind of coordinate with what's already there. And just to add some brightness, you know, it's a fairly dark card. You don't have to add anything to it if you don't want to. I kind of like putting just a little dot in the eyes, a teeny tiny little dot. I feel like it just gives them a little bit more character and kind of brings them to life just a little bit more. And then again, of course, I use the Rainbow Sparkle Gems from This Calls for Confetti and Bob's a Good 'Un. Is that how you say that in British? Job well done, all done, however. So now this one, again, this image is from Impression Obsession. The artist again is Nola Chandler. And this is from the, oh, I can never remember what it's called. I know it's on here somewhere. Here we go, Halloween Girls. So I stamped her, I colored her up, fussy cut her out. This little ghosty, or he's not a ghosty, what is he? Bat, and the punkies are from this set. So this one got a lot of use this week. And the I Miss Your Face is from this Gerda Steiner stamp set. It says Long Time No See, that's the name of it. It does not say the year on here, but it's an old one. It's an old one. So I wanted to leave this one because I wanted to show you how the white gel pen can just add so much brightness. It does not seem like a lot, and especially if you don't see the before and the after. So here you guys are seeing the before. I'm going to come in and then I'm going to add some white highlights, just a little bit. I'm going to go, and I don't necessarily pay attention to where highlights should be. I just kind of follow lines. And sometimes I'll add lines, sometimes I might add dots, add the little dots to the eyes. You can see how that brightens that up. And some people think it's messy and they don't like it, and that's okay. You do what pleases you. But some people like this kind of thing and just don't feel adequate to do it. You know what I mean? But you just do it. Truly, you just do it. And wherever you think. And if you end up not liking it, like you feel like you added too many, that's okay. Just take it as a learning experience. Just learn from it. Now I'm going to go along the edges here, but I'm not going to do the dashes. I'm just going to kind of do squiggles and dots, just because I want to add a little bit more brightness to that background. Now it's not a lot, and a lot of people may not even be able to see it, but I can see it because that background is glossy, so it's a little bit harder to see. So I'm going to add some squiggles to her stem, and I'm going to put just a little bit of a mark on the leaves just to kind of to bring them out because they're very dark. And I'm going to add a little dot to her button eyes and just some little lines around her face. I just kind of want to brighten her up a little bit. I'm going to add a little mark to these little pumpkins just on one side. I don't want there to be too much. And I'm going to go across this little border, and I'm going to go down this border just to the right of it. I don't want to cover up the black. I just want to kind of highlight it, if you will. And so I'm going to go across all of them in that same way. I'm going to add little dots to this little guy's eyes and this little guy's eyes. And maybe I'll do a little highlight on the sunflower on the left side where it's lighter. And then I think I'll go along the wings as well. Just because. And then I'll do the boots, do like right here across the toe where it would be brighter. And I think I'm going to stop. And some of you still may think, you know, you don't like it, you wish I'd have stopped, whatever. You know, because I'm not in your heads, right? So when I say whatever, I'm not dismissing you. I'm just saying whatever your thoughts might be. I don't mean that to sound derogatory. Just that, you know, your thoughts are your thoughts. And your opinions are yours and they're valid, right? So if you don't like the white, just don't add the white. It's okay. To me, it brightens it up a little bit. Yeah, I get it that it can seem messy. I understand that. And if you don't like it, then just don't do it. Or if you want to do it with a more refined hand, obviously practice, practice. You're going to get more refined. You're going to get more steady. But yeah, I just think that they're a lot of fun. Now, the other thing I want to do before I let you go, because this is all I have today, is I want to add the little sparkle gems. And I'm purposefully using the black because I'm doing the black background. Let me scoot these over again. But just want you to see how it kind of transforms and it adds that little glint. And you can use as many or as few as you want. I like to kind of bounce them back and forth as I go along, either from corner to corner, so it's a diagonal, or just moving my way up the card. It just kind of depends. I like to kind of nestle them down into nooks and crannies and corners, and then right at the edges. And I don't know why I like to do that. That's just what I like to do. And again, it's probably overkill to some, and to others you might think it's just right. Others might think it's not enough. And that is the beauty of creativity, that we get to do what pleases our eye and what makes us happy and what allows us to continue on our creative journey. And so I'm just adding them here and there, kind of zigzagging my way in and out of the images. Some nestled up under really far so you can barely see them, which adds a really fun interest when you're moving it around and you're getting the light to shine off and bounce off those little facets of the sparkle gems. So much fun to me. Let me see, did I miss any of my glue dots? Did I put one over there? I did not. I think I got them all. And if you feel like there's any that are missing, go back and add them. If you feel like you've added too many, well, quickly take them off before the glue dries. And if you're using something like a Bearly Arts glue that's going to dry clear, it's not a problem that the glue residue is left behind. Okay. So there we go. Now that is a lot of sparkle right there in this little area, but again, it doesn't make me mad. I feel like it goes from dense to, what's the opposite of dense? Sparse, maybe that's the word I'm looking for. But look how you have to turn it to get the light to hit them and to get that sparkle and shine, and your eye just wants to follow all of it. So it goes up the card, it comes back down the card, it goes around. And I just think that just makes my heart happy. So there we have it. I do have the Miss You, of course, for Miss You in May. My kiddos love Halloween. They love spooky things. And so, you know, I felt like that was definitely appropriate for the Miss You in May. Miss your face. That's something I say to people frequently. I miss your face. So when I found that in my stash, I knew that was what I had to use today. So guys, these are my 3 tags, mostly with Impression Obsession products today, and I do miss you. Like, I feel like there's not been a lot of interaction. I don't know. It's probably just me feeling disconnected. May is a hard month. So, yeah, you guys keep on keeping on. I will do the same. I'm here if you want to talk. Tell me about those that you love and that you miss. And again, it could be anything: people, places, animals, parts of yourself, memories, events that you used to go to, you know, anything like that, anything that you miss. Let me know what that is. We can share in those memories together. Until next time, guys, thanks for joining me for Saturday Morning Makes. Remember to use the hashtag and hop along and see everybody else's inspiration and joy this morning. Be sure to hop over to Miss Jillian Norwood, who is our fearless, illustrious, beautiful, creative leader in this endeavor. And there's other hashtags going on as well. And I encourage you to play along in whatever capacity you would like. I think before I let you go, I'm not on camera, but I just want you to know I'm going to go back to this and I'm going to add like some white lines around the sentiment and maybe some black lines. I just want it to stand out a little bit more visually. So, but I'm just looking at it and I felt like it needed that. So guys, thanks again. I'll see you next time. Mwah. I'm out.